In a similar case to the Libyan war, there was Syria. In 2011, Syria began to fall apart. What started as peaceful protests turned into one of the deadliest wars of the 21st century. A war involving not just one country, but the world. Before the war, Syria was ruled by President Bashar al-Assad. His government maintained control for years. But many Syrians faced economic hardship and limited political freedom. Tensions were rising beneath the surface. In 2011, protests spread across the Middle East, the Arab Spring. In Syria, demonstrations began in the city of Dara. Protesters called for reforms, not war. But the government responded with force. Arrests, violence, crackdowns, and soon, the situation escalated beyond control. As violence increased, some protesters took up arms. Rebel groups formed, including the Free Syrian Army. What began as protests turned into a civil war. Cities became battlefields. And Syria began to fracture. This was not a simple war. Multiple groups fought for control. Government forces, rebel factions, Kurdish groups, and extremist organizations like ISIS. Alliances shifted. Enemies changed. And the war became increasingly complex. The war drew in global powers. Russia supported the Syrian government. The United States and its allies focused on fighting ISIS. Other regional powers became involved. Syria became a battlefield not just for its people, but for international influence. The human cost was devastating. Hundreds of thousands were killed. Millions were forced to flee their homes. Cities like Aleppo were heavily damaged. Families were separated. Lives were changed forever. Today, the war is not fully over. The Syrian government controls much of the country, but parts remain divided. Tensions still exist, and the future remains uncertain. The Syrian Civil War is not just a story of war. It is a story of people. A reminder of how quickly a nation can change. Follow for more.